Welcome to the Anarchy Trading Live London session. Again, sorry for the late start today. We were actually recording a new podcast that's going to be dropping tomorrow. So, without further ado, we've got the market about open in just like 5 seconds. So, still watching. We've been in a big downturn the last couple days, or the last, no, actually not the last day. We went up yesterday, missed this trade because we got stopped out, and then it went greatly in our ways. But now let's wait and see. So we've been definitely going. We're kind of have this support here, kind of the support across here as well on the hourly and on the Dow. So we're kind of range bound right now. I could see us going either way. Right now, though, we're just going to continue to monitor and see what happens here on open. I would like to see this. I could see us going long. Uh, yeah, check that out. Flying. But again, it's the first 30 seconds open, so maybe it comes up here, picks up some movement, and then slams down. Or maybe we just start flying. Like, who knows? But right now, we're just going to wait and see. I do like kind of this little bounce that we have here. If we can break up and then maybe come down, retest, and then keep going. Like, we definitely have some opportunities for going long in the market. As I said, I would like to go long. I feel like we've had a bit of a pullback, some consolidation, so now maybe we're ready to go long. But again, we're going to need to wait and just see what we get. Dow is flying. DAX slowed down a little bit, but what I'm looking for is if we can get a little break above here, then we get a retest and then we go long. That's what I'd be looking for after market open. But right now, just flying. DAX, not so much as Dow. Dow, we've had a big move on the Dow just on the open, which is honestly kind of surprising. 20 pips, usually Dow is not the one to be moving. But I do like this break upwards because I think this might give us some momentum to keep going up if we close above this red box. If we close below here, then we could just see it picked up, swept the highs up here, and we could see this proceed to keep going down to the downside, which we've got a lot. We're so high. We've got a lot of room to go back down and retrace, which is definitely a possibility. So yeah, this is why we also don't buy the market open or sell. We don't trade the market open because check that out. If you got in here, like I guess if you got in here on the break and got out exactly there, you could have made a few pips. But in the meantime, if you didn't, you're going to draw down. And honestly, with that, I think we're going to just drop. But again, let's wait and see. Indecision on Dow DAX, we saw it go both ways. So look, if you gotten in, you could have gone stopped out long, could have gone stopped out short. Doesn't matter. Um, could have been either or. I'm not marking my charts today. You probably are already familiar with how I mark them. We can get rid of this one because this line doesn't really matter. So this one I'm going to put here. That's our consolidation zone, so we're not trading in here. We're going to wait and go short if we go break low of day. Do have to be aware we've got kind of this. Um, this was the equal highs over here. Like kind of tweezer tops and then it drops. So it rejected, but then it's rejected of this way of support. So I think this level does actually have some consequence. But if we have enough momentum going, I think we'll drop right through it. Although we did have some indecision here yesterday. So let's just take a look. Right now, well, we've got nothing to trade. Everything's kind of just consolidating. My picture is small. I wonder, OBS does not seem to keep stuff the right size. There we go. But let's wait and see. So DAX now going up green. I do like this support here. Like it's bounced here multiple times yesterday when we were trading, remember? And then if we can get a little bit of a bounce here, we could see that continue to go up. But right now, let's see where we close it here in the next 50 seconds. All right, so let's see what we've got going on here. DAX pushing, definitely tempting me to get in, but we haven't broken this high here, so I want to still wait because we still don't have a new higher high here. Dow still in consolidation. DAX trying to push up. Okay, so now let's see, kind of equal highs, maybe higher now. So now big push out. So I'd like to see a pullback and a retest of this now because we didn't really close above. This is now above. So now if we can close above, come back and retest, that would be great. Dow now trying to close, get above. So we'll wait for a close, see if we can get a pullback and then go in long. Yeah. Gambling or whether you are actually. So just labeling my podcast episode we just did here while I'm waiting. It's 11th month. All right, we'll upload that. All right. So DAX continuing trying to push up, but we're kind of slowing down here. Don't have a lot of momentum right now. We did have some initial momentum pushing out. DAC and Dow closing above, so we're gonna wait. We got about a minute 36 seconds, so we're gonna wait, see if we can get a retest, and then get a push on out of here. So waiting and watching. It may just take off without us. If so, that's okay. We don't have to take a trade every single day. One more minute. If we do get a trade, well, as I said, we're going to be waiting for a pullback to somewhere down here, hopefully. Put our stop down here somewhere, maybe even down here, and then we'd be targeting high of day probably. But this 200 is we're gonna need to watch that 200 because the 200 could be in the way. So 1 minute left. Again, just the first 10 minutes of the market open. This first candle, crazy candle. Like you don't want to be part of that. Like if you bought it up here, huge drawdown, maybe you're getting closer to break even. But yeah, it's just we gotta just be patient. So Dow coming back down. Let's see where they close it in the next 30 seconds. Again, if we close below this red box, maybe we got it. These wicks are enough to push it back down. Bearish. But right now, we've broken this kind of trend line. Same here. We're up above the yellow line now, so I'd like to see it come down, retest, and then we can go long. So let's just continue to wait and see. DAX is continuing to push. Big push on DAX. So let's see if we can get a retest now. So Dow, DAX opening up red. This is nice. I'd like to see a deeper pullback though. We may not get it. Looks like things are flying. So we do have some news at 4 o'clock. Bank of England, but again, how much of an impact is that going to have on DAX? I don't know. We'll see. But yeah, push it out. Wish we could have gotten in, but we just didn't really have our look, so that's okay. Next place we could consider getting in would be right here. So if it goes above that, then we could consider to go long again. And for Dow, so many wicks here. It's so ugly. Kind of broken through that, so somewhere around here. So got these up on our 5. Let's duplicate this and get it open on the 15 as well, since I do like to trade on the 15. So big candle there. It's going to close here in 3 minutes. And then let's see, maybe we get a retest then. Could we get half of that candle, which is about the green box, and then maybe we keep pushing up. Right now, just chugging. But I would like to see a pullback and an opportunity to get it long. Like that's what the way I want to go. So we're just gonna have to see if we get that opportunity. We're seeing a little bit of rejection on dead X, but not enough. Dow filled this wick for sure. Up here, we just never got any pullback whatsoever. It just opened up, ignited, and went. So that's okay. As I said, if we don't get a trade today, that's fine. We don't need to trade every day. And honestly, we probably will. Whether it's this way or whether it breaks up and then comes back down, we get it short. But I think we'll probably get a retest at some point. Like we could even open a line. Like technically, if we get something that looks good, like we could potentially have something right here. We've got these wicks here. Honestly, lines up with the close here and these wicks. Like it's honestly a decent level. So if we got kind of a now maybe a close above here, retest, we could get in there as well. So there's multiple opportunities. DAX coming down now, red now. So now I'm going to be starting looking for a retest on DAX here. Like doesn't have to come down all the way even, but maybe the red. Um, but I like this reversal of this change of momentum. So we're coming down, trades did it twice. Now we're going in the opposite direction. Got room to the upside for sure. Big push up, so we would expect this pullback. So let's see how far we pull back. We're pulling back about half of this candle. A lot of wicks on Dow for sure. Got wick, wick, wick. So is it going to now just push down to just need to pop up and to pick up some liquidity? Maybe. But the thing is, it did it here. So I would have expected if it was going to go down, it would have gone down there. So since it didn't, let's see what happens here. Since it didn't, it then went another high. Like I think that we're going to continue going bullish. Still pushing down though, and this is a big bullish candle. It went all the way up here. Now it's coming down. Let's see if it can stop here at the green line. So let's see what happens in the next 30 seconds. Okay, so we're pushing up. Got a new 15-minute candle that's going to be opening up here in just 10 seconds. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we get a continued push down or we push to the upside. Gap up. Pushing down again. So this is good. This is actually what I'd like to see. I'd like to see it maybe come down a little farther, and then we see that push up. So we have these lines written here for a reason. Dow, I don't really like because of all these wicks. It's just not great price action. DAX definitely looks better from a price action perspective. If we can come down here, kiss the 9, that would be nice. Flipping, but I want to see a little bit more confirmation. Still waiting, still being patient. Still being patient. It's kind of on that line, not really moving one way or the other though, so let's be patient. It's tried to go up there a couple times. I'd like to see it move just a little bit more first. Oh, I got in late. Wow, that moved fast. We're in though, just at the very top, which is not really where I wanted to be. So here's our trade. I wanted to get in when it flipped, so I wanted to be in like right here, but that's okay. Let's see what happens. Got the momentum. It was a good trade. As I said, we entered slightly late just because I entered in late. So let's see if we can now continue to push on out of here. Um, I would love to keep pushing, but let's see. I need to figure out where my stop actually is in conjunction to where do I actually have my stop here? Uh, Pretty much, yeah, right there, in that gap. Okay. I wanted to give it enough room to come down and test this box again. Also give it a little room to test the 9. I didn't want to put it super tight, so just put it a little bit wide. Maybe a little bit too wide, but I want to give it some room, and we'll see. Let's see if we can take it up to here. If we don't make a new higher high, we could just push back down, which would be disappointing. But we had a good entry. So the nice thing is we entered maybe slightly late, but it was a good trade. So we're not going to complain about that. So we're currently in DAX long. We're not going to enter into two trades. As I said, I never enter into two trades at once because essentially the way one moves, a lot of times they move together. So let's wait and see now what happens here. As I said, I'm kicking myself. I wish we'd entered slightly earlier. Maybe slightly stop loss because then we at least would be sitting here profit because I wanted to be in like kind of right here. But that's okay. So let's see what happens. Let's see if we have enough momentum now to build out of here. Perhaps up to this red line. If we can break this red line, can create a little bit of support with this 200, then maybe we can keep pushing out of here farther. Right now, we're just kind of sitting at break even. Let's see where we close in the next 20 seconds. Let's just look at the 15 here. Okay, so pushing up, Dow pushing up again as well. So let's see if we can continue to push on out of here. There we go. Getting a little bit of a push. It'd be nice if we could close. Make a new high maybe. Close up here. This is good. Gap up, new higher high. We needed that. So now let's see what happens with price at the 200. So honestly, we've had decent price action. It hasn't been a bunch of back and forth, back and forth. So let's see now if we can continue to build out of here or if we're going to shoot back down. All right, so coming down a little bit red. We would expect this. Again, price is going to have to pull back to go back up. So that's why we're leaving our stop loss down here. And we're going to continue waiting, seeing if we can now continue to push on out of here. Should have had a tighter stop, as I said, but right now I'm just aiming for a 1-to-1. If we can get here, I'll be happy. But if we can continue to push, like we have a lot of room to go up as well. So let's see. Dow's really continuing to push. Again, we kind of had a retest there. I didn't enter because of these wicks. It just wasn't good price action. So no regrets there, but it is starting, it is moving, but it was not a good look. So not high probability of us actually getting that trade in my book. Would have worked out, turns out, but you know, hindsight's 2020. So Dow is going to be hitting this level right here. If we can see a break above this, yeah, big push. Okay, so let's keep watching. Let's see it, but Dow is popping. Let's see if DAX can follow. Maybe enough to break this 200 and this kind of this resistance line here. And if so, maybe we get enough momentum to go up here because I would love to see it. I would love to see it go to high of day. Also because I'd hit 2 to 1. But if I can get 1 for 1, I'm not gonna fuss. So Dow had enough to break through that. Let's see if DAX has enough momentum to follow through as well, or if we're going to reject off this 200 and shoot down, which very well could happen. Pushing up again, final minute. Again, these things can shoot down just as fast. We've seen that so many times, so it would not surprise me. I'm not moving to break even because I would expect price to come down, retest the entry possibly before it keep going up. So, we're just gonna have to wait and see. I do believe we're going up. Well, we are going up, but I do believe we're going to go up more. And so I'm kind of sticking to this. I wouldn't move my break even yet because again, price come down here. That wouldn't be hard at all. Like I would expect price to come test half of this candle or the tops of these or this yellow line even maybe the green before then coming because we've got to retrace this movement. So half of this movement would probably be right here. So it could definitely come down to the green line again, the yellow line here again. So we'll just continue monitoring. All right, new 5 minute here. Let's see what happens. Opening up green. Maybe we just open up though, equal highs. Now we come down. So now we need to see where we come down to here. We're going to just come down the bottom of this last candle. Maybe down here, maybe to the 9. Or maybe we come all the way down. Let's see. I may move my stop loss a little bit now just because if we shoot down, I don't want to really be part of it because we could still go short. So I'm going to go just $40 now. So just risking, I'll take a little risk off the table. Not because I'm fearful, but because honestly, if it comes back down here, like I'm ready to be done. Because then to me, we're bouncing off this and we're going to be going short again. So nice retest on Dow. Like if this turns green, you could possibly get in. DAX is continuing to push. I'm going to move my target. Let's see if we can break through here. If so, it can become support for us. So we have broken through the 200. Let's see if we can close above 200 in the next 3 minutes. Strong push. Rejecting this line so far, rejecting, but I'd like to see it push up. Pushing up nicely. So it's at the red line, so it could reject here. So just be warned. Okay. Pushing through though. Big push. Oh, big gap up. Really pushing up. Past 1R. Got a lot of momentum on our side. Don't really want to just exit out at 1R. I am going to move my stop loss and break even though. So after this big push, let's see if we can close above here, maybe retest the red line and then keep going. I am at a break even now. So I'm not going to move this stop loss though, because for my journal, I want to keep it there so I can take a picture of it later. But what I'd like to see in the next 2 minutes is maybe we can close above this red line, turn it into support, and then continue to push. So high of day for Dow. DAX is getting up there. I want to see what happens here with the next 2 minutes. If we reject this, then yeah, we're gonna go back down. So I'd like to just see, still pushing higher, still pushing. All right, now I'm out. So again, I've seen this stomp way. We gave it some time. Now we're slowing down a little bit, gapped up. Now we're rejecting. It'll probably keep going. If so, let's look for another entry, right? But now we're starting to get oversold. So now I want things to cool off a little bit, slow down a little bit. We got a great move and we got 1R. So let's not fuss about that. So I'm out. That's my trade. Stop was kind of like there. So nice job. If we'd entered in a little earlier, we could have gone a bit more. And there it goes. It's going to continue to push. Would not surprise me if we break high of day. But a couple times recently, like I was listening to a couple trading guys, and they were talking about how they let their winners run and they don't stop them, and that's all great and well. But if you're that's maybe if you're a swing trader, for me, How many times have I been up 1.5 R and then seen it slam back? And again, my analysis does say like I have this level right here. Uh, wick consolidation. We're rejecting that right now. So we slowed down a little bit, rejected it slightly. Now it may keep going, but for me, it's okay. I got part of the move. And that's all we need. We just need to be consistent on getting our part of the move every day. So now we're up. Now, where could we be thinking about shorting? Probably, honestly, not until that. There we go. We draw these targets for a reason, and that's why I take, that's why I take money off them. If we wanted to short, we couldn't short anything right now. Way too much bullish momentum. Like to short, we would need to be shorting down here, honestly. We could move this up though. So maybe we short right there. Here, if it comes down, retest, and then we could take it down to here. So that's something. So it's continuing to push. We could have stayed in. But shoulda, woulda, coulda. Sometimes we're going to look like geniuses, and sometimes we're going to look like idiots. So sometimes you get out and it reverses. Like we've seen that happen a lot of times too. So shouldn't complain too much. We are currently up. And now we just need to wait. This could also be kind of a retracement for a downward movement. We have 50%, and now we keep shooting low. So who knows? Let's wait and see. Right now, I'm definitely not pushing anything for me to get in long again. Like if we pull back, honestly, if we pull back to here, if we pull back to here and then saw some reversing again, then maybe we could get in long, try to hit that for tie of day. For Dow, there's just really nothing here for me. We're too high. Again, if we drop down, it's almost too low though. Then you're thinking going short. Yeah, I don't know. I can't go long again though. Not right now. So just wait and see. Not much to do now. Now we wait and watch the charts. Let's see how deep of a pullback we can get on DAX. Because if we can get a deeper pullback, if we can get it down to the 200, then I would be very interested in going long again. Yeah, I can't play chess and trade at the same time. Either my chess sucks or my trading sucks. So we're rejecting this line initially here. So let's see, as I said, if we can DAX, Dow is rejecting and going back up, which honestly looks real nice, but it's right at this level, so I really don't want to go long just because of where that is. It's tempting to go into a long here on on DAX, just on this little pullback. But again, it's right at this level, which I have this line here for a reason, so we're not going to, even though I think it would turn out. Would have needed a deeper pullback. If we pulled back to here and I could have gotten in and just trying to get it back up to the other high, that would have been worth it to me. Well, let's see. We may get that chance. Looks good on the 15. Now rejecting. That's why we weren't going long. So I said, let's keep an eye on it. Let's see if we can get it down to the 200 and the 9. If we can get it down to the 209, I'm fascinated. Well, we need to drop more. So we have a little bit of room to try to poke this because we have rejected this multiple times. I don't feel it holds much weight uh, as some, but we have rejected now twice. So let's see. If we shoot down though, and then we show some momentum, we'll definitely try to take it long up to here. Again, not trying to tight stop loss. It'll be half of this, so let's just see. So yeah, this is looking good. Bit of a big candle, admittedly, but let's see. I wanted to push down farther. I wanted to come down here to the 9. Dow barcoding, bad price action. DAX essentially barcoding as well, but a little less because here we have wick. Now these wicks have shown like every time it's trying to come down, we pushed it back up. So I do like that for going long, but it's just in this whole consolidated box, which bothers me. So there we go. Now we're getting our push down on DAX. Let's see if we can push down a little farther. I want to see it come down into this green box. Cooling off our RSI a little bit. Nice. Got a new candle opening in about a minute 15. Dow still just barcoding. There we go. Here's the push down I want to see on German 40. Just seeing where my stop would be. I'm going to see what kind of rejection now we get here. So we've got about 30 minutes left of this candle. Just got to be patient. Now we're getting a nice push down. Right there to 200. So now let's see if we can reject the 200. If not, maybe we start pushing down. As I said, I'm gonna go bearish if it goes down here, but not trading. I'm not trading in this zone here. So this to me is not a this is not a trading zone in here. If it broke above here, then yeah, we can consider going start going long. But quite a bit of momentum now coming down, so we do need to be careful that we don't try to buy some red candle and hope it flips. Like right now, this may come where it just comes up, rejects, and then goes back up, or it could come down, reject, come down, bounce, go up, or it comes all the way down, bounce, and then we go short. But I don't want to go here because in here, essentially, this is like the half of that movement. And so for in this region, it could go either way. Like, right, if we reject, we could go bullish. If we come up here and then reject, it could go bearish. So like we don't know. And in order, so I wait until it's either towards the top of the move because I know, okay, at least maybe it's still going up. It was retracement, or if it's down here, it's like, oh, it's retraced too far. Now we're doing it's a reversal, right? So I don't trade the middle. Kind of trade towards both sides. So now I'm watching we can get some momentum closing out over here above this line, then I'm definitely intrigued trying to go long. Because this is just a retracement. Up, down, retrace. Let's see where this candle goes. I'm in. So let's see if we regret that. So entered in right about there. I'm just going for high of day. Tight stop loss. I'm right under the low. So again, on this type of trade, uh, it's tight because I'm short. I'm just trying to go up to here for a 1R. So let's keep going. We've got momentum on our side. That was a nice momentum candle. Again, trading on the one with that momentum candle, which means it could snap down on us quick as well. So let's wait and see. You can't move your stop loss to break even right away because you could expect price to come back and retest where we entered. Like we would expect price to come back, draw back a little bit, and then keep moving. So let's just continue monitoring. Let's look at this on the one just to make sure my entry. Yeah, that's essentially where I entered. I might have entered a little lower right there. Stop right there. Gapping up. Let's see where we go. Let's see if we can keep pushing out of here. So far, nice push. Dow's continuing to push new high on Dow, which is nice. I like to see that, confirming that hopefully this will keep going. We can get a new high here on DAX as well. But we are going to pull back a little bit. So let's see. Let's see where we pull back to. Let's see where they close it in the next minute. We're essentially at break even right now. We'd expect price to come and retest where we entered. So now we just need to see if we can close above here, close above the green line. Because if we don't, we're gonna suck down so we're gonna suck down and start going short. So Dow continuing to try to push up. Let's see if we can get oh, we're gonna have news, I think, that drops. Small news, but news 245. Oh, we already had that news drop. We're fine then. So let's see where we close in the next 30 seconds. Can't really decide right now. So I still like how this looks, but I would have liked to see that push out right there because now we could just keep driving down. But let's see. Maybe we come down. Nice. Okay, that's what I like to see. Dow continuing to push. Now let's see if we can get drive. We can get Dax to drive as well. I just want to see Dax. Like I'd like to see Dax just come up to here. Like I just need to see his same height, right? Like that would be beautiful. So little bit of rejection of 200. We do have the 209 below us, kind of providing support to this movement. We do have Dow trying to push up. So let's see now. Last 15 minutes of this, the last 15 minutes of this. So this was a pullback, half of this move. Now let's see if we can continue to push on out of here. So I still like how everything looks. Again, if we lose this trade, it's okay. We lost a trade, but we took a good one. So this is a good trade. Very nice. Hit our levels. Rejected. We waited patiently. Bought into moment with momentum. So now let's see if we can push up. If not, we're going to push down. One or the other. All right, so we're trying to push up again. This is good. And honestly, I'm probably going to play a game of chess and just try not to watch this trade for a couple minutes because this trade is irritating me. Um, and I'm hoping we get a big push out of here. Like, I would love to see that. I think we can. It looks good. Can we break the previous high right there and keep pushing out? Or are we going to reject? Or are we going to close in the next 6 seconds? Like to see us close above there on the ones. Okay. 2 minutes left. Opening red. But can we push green? DAX, the Dow made a new higher high. We're not moving very fast. I'll be back in a couple minutes. We'll see how this trade runs. As I said, I don't really feel like watching it right now. And there's nothing wrong with that. If you don't like how your trade is looking, or you tend to get nervous, or you're just feeling like just cutting it, but it fits all your criteria, then just leave. Let the trade run. It'll either hit stop loss, take profit, or stop loss on you. Right now, I'm aiming for high of day if I can. So I'd love to hit this, but right now, a lot of wicks, a lot of consolidation. I may be getting out of this just because, as I said, I go with momentum, and if we don't have momentum, then I don't have much. But the problem is, I still feel it's going like it's bounced nicely, and we have Dow making new highs, so I feel like hopefully DAX will follow. And if so, I want to be part of that ride because it's a good entry, and once you're in, getting good entries and good trades is hard. I like where we entered. I like where we are. I like where the 9 and the 200 are. So it just all looks, it all looks good. It's all lining up. Let's see where we close though. We definitely need to close green. Okay, nice push. Let's see if we can close it up here a little higher. So if we can close up here, yes. Let's see if we can close up here. Okay, opening red, that's okay. Now let's see if we can keep pushing green. Again, we could come down here and retest. That's okay. We're going to test half of this candle, which is kind of our break even. But then let's see if we can continue to push on out of here. Dow continuing to make highs. So I really want to just see DAX follow. Like we see Dow continuing to push, which is giving me, more confluence. Doesn't always work, but more confluence that the DAX will continue to push. So let's see if we can get DAX to at least make some new higher highs here. Come on. I needed to break. Essentially, we needed to break there. So I'm watching this on the ones. I guess you can watch this on the ones with me. Breaking down. Big. Oh, yeah, I don't like to see that. Bid breakdown. Now we have our stop loss where we do for a reason. So let's see if it can stop here. Stop at the 5 at 209 and now push back up. If not, or it's just gonna, yeah, we're gonna go bearish. But this also could be a nice push, pick up some bids, and then keep pushing back up. So let's see where we go. Dow rejecting that 9 and pushing back up. Let's see if DAX can follow suit. Oh, this trade is killing me. Just consolidating. So, full disclosure, this week has not been good for me. So I'm down 1.2% on the week. Um, first negative week I've been having in the last 6 weeks. So due for one probably. But I would like to turn it around. So let's see how we can end today. I would like to see this like Dow rejecting, still pushing up. That would have been a beautiful trade today. I want to see DAX do the same thing now. We can see DAX push. We do have news dropping for DAX, I think, at 4, right? It's really only Italian retail sales, so probably not going to have a huge impact. But still, could have a bit of an impact. Now we're pushing down. The question is the 209 going to hold it? Especially this level here, too. And if not, we're done. Yeah, we're out of this trade, and it was a valiant effort. I don't like how it looks on the ones or the 5 anymore. But Dow is still holding, so I'm hoping that DAX can do the same thing, especially with a minute left. Can we close it above? Let's look at our 15s. So the 15 on Dow looks better. Like it's pretty retest came up. Kind of indecision now though, so let's see what happens. A lot of choppiness. Here we're pushing back down, so we're about to get knocked out of this trade. But we've got one more minute left here for the 5. If the 5 can close back up above here, maybe we can keep pushing. But right now it's definitely not looking likely. My stop loss turns out is right there because I'm still in it. Big candle down. Let's see where they close it in the next 30 seconds. Could close it above here. They could. Not looking likely, admittedly. 20 seconds left. Pushing down. I'm about to get stopped out. Seven seconds left. Where do they close it? All right, gapping down, but opening up green. Are we going to come essentially retest this and then drop back down, go short? Possibly. I definitely wouldn't trade short there because that's just in my consolidation zone. But let's see what happens. Things have been so choppy and moving slow this week. It's just been unreal. Now, if we can break back above the 200 and the 9 here, that would be nice. Like, this is getting ready for essentially a golden cross, right? Where the 9 crosses the 200. I don't really believe in it. But the fact is, if we can get that cross, that's what a lot of traders will use sometimes as an indicator to go long, especially in retail. Well, not especially, only in retail. But maybe that gives us enough momentum to push on out of here. I mean, we don't need that much of a push. But right now, selling pressure here. Big green, big red candles, two smaller green ones, big red candle. Maybe we see a couple smaller green ones and then another big red candle that knocks us out. But let's see. Again, okay. Momentum going up. Move your stop loss to right there. Pushing up. That's why you definitely weren't going short either in this consolidating box. But now that's a big momentum candle. Now, do we get even bigger momentum candle down, or are we going to push down half of this candle and then push back up? Because now we're above the 200 and the 9 again, pushing up with some momentum. Glad I put my stop loss a little bigger than where I initially had it right here. Would have been stopped out. I moved at $53 because we made 55 on the last one, so I was like, why not? But dang, okay. Pushing up, we're essentially at break even now. Now you can say, okay, do you want to get out or do you want to stay in this again? With this momentum going up, I want to stay in it, like because this we've rejected. We're above the screen line again. We're above the 200 and the 9. Especially if this can close above here, that's a lot of momentum going up. Like I want to be part of that. So let's wait and see where we close in the next 2 minutes. Let's look at that in 15. Yeah, see, this has the shapings to be a beautiful, close on the 15 in 2 minutes. So if we came up, came down, equal, tweezer bottom essentially, and then we can hopefully pivot on out of here. We may not. It may shut down, and we may just close down now. And it was a big push, fake people out, and now we're gonna go short. Like that's it's a very real possibility, especially. But let's wait and see. Mm, yeah. So going from break even, essentially, and we're gonna be like knocked out in one candle. 51 seconds left. Let's see where they close this candle. This has been unreal. Like that was a huge momentum candle up, and then just a huge momentum candle down, about equal sizes. We've tried to go both ways. We've been in this trade for way too long now at this point, like 20 some minutes, irritating me. We're definitely looking to, I'm definitely thinking like now we're starting to look like it's a possible short. We've rejected, but we just saw that big momentum candle up. So do you really want to short it yet? Not really. Um, we would need some more confirmation. Again, close below this line because if it just comes here, we could also bounce and go long off of this. The only reason I did here is because we had a lot of momentum up with that huge candle, covered 3 candles. So we're like, okay, we'll get in on that one. Okay, they closed below, opening up red, opening up very red. Now, essentially, they need to save it now or we're out. Wow, almost hit our stop by a tick. Now we're shooting up a little bit. Tell you, this trade has been taking me for a ride. We're essentially in a range. And I'm out. All right. Well, hey, let's wait and see now. It was a good try. So, all right, break even now for the day. Let's see what happens with Dow. 5 day now here. Dow retesting. Breakout. I'm going to remove this now because honestly, depending on how this looks, we could still consider going long. Like honestly, this line doesn't really match up with anything except maybe like here now. I don't know. So this could be considered a retest. As I said, we're shooting up again now. Do we want to try to give it one more shot? I don't know. If it closes above here, if it came above here, then maybe. Dow's really pushing. I'd be tempted to get in Dow rather than this. But we've got all that consolidation, which I really don't like. So I'm waiting to see DAX, honestly. If we can get DAX to suck back up, turn green, like I like it. So it might have just been a really deep retracement, and then we push back up and we start going bullish again. Like that could happen. We can't really short it after this big move and then short right here. Like we really need to wait for it to come down here before we shorted it. But let's just wait and see. So where would I get in long again? Probably right there. Still consolidating, slightly different spot, but it's still consolidating. So we're still just waiting here. I mean, I'd be tempted to go short, but we're going short right here, where again we could expect it to bounce. So I think it's better to wait. Because this could just as easily push back up right where it is. So I think we just need to be patient. Like being break even for the day, 69 minus 69 cents. Uh, it's not a big deal. Like I'd rather be that than in the hole. So let's wait. Look at 15. So yeah, just pull back. Pull back again. Yeah, I mean these could both be pullbacks. So shorting it, you're essentially trying to do a reversal off of this line, not really a true like for me it's nothing. Like we if anything we'd still be going long. So let's wait and see. We're gonna close here in a minute. If we have some momentum going up, I'd actually like to possibly get in long. But there we go. Now it's coming back down. That's why I gotta wait and see. Yeah, I need to work on being more patient about taking my trades and like if I'm at break even, I don't like being break even for some reason. For some reason, I'd rather be have a loss than a break even. Don't really know why. Dysfunctional, I know. So I'm trying to be patient here. Still pushing down. See if it can make new lower lows. Honestly, if the pushback now goes up, like we can see this again, still going bullish. That's why we're not no new lower lows yet. Alright, so now we just touched this green box here. So now we're at an interesting point. Could bounce. If so, we could potentially take that long, like especially if it came up here, like something like that. Right? Like that is it's definitely something we could do. Dow, I don't really feel we're kind of in the middle, right? Like it would need to come down. If it comes down here and bounces, but then it's almost too far, right? So it's just like I don't know. Don't really like where Dow is. So far, that's an indication that it's going to break this. I need to see us break this. Otherwise, let's see if we can pick up a wick, go green, and push out of here. Like that. We can see that as well. Yeah, really pushing down. So let's see where we close. If we could close, if this turns green, like I'm willing to get in long. Give it one last hurrah. Just because we had this big move up and then push down. But this is about at 50% of this move. Yeah, right in the 56.8 area. So you could expect price to retrace there anyways. So now let's see what happens. 1 minute till we close. All right, so now we're definitely entering short territory. So could we maybe get a little retest up here and then flip red and then I would go short. Right now it's just opening up, so I don't want to buy now because I'd expect it. We need a retracement first. So here comes our retest. Again, if we break above here, we'll go long. Because honestly, this we should not be shorting this. This, if anything, we're going long until we would see it break back down. So let's see. If this breaks back down, then yeah, possibly go short. But this could be an intriguing long. Have these boxes for a reason, right? A little too soon to tell though, so let's just give us some time. Also good, just pushing up for retest this candle. Now we reject down. Now we go short. So many options. Not quite. Almost ready though to trade that trade. I'm in short. So right there. Stop loss. Bit of a white stop loss, honestly. Where's my stop loss? Above that big candle. Yeah. Because I want it to be above the I want it to be above the 9. And on that one. So alright, well. We had our retest, broke through, rejected, going down short. Eh. I guess this is right here at this level though. But yeah. So open down. Let's look for a retest. As I said, we entered a bit early, right? Like we entered when it flipped once it was below here because we considered this kind of closing below the box. It wasn't a wick or anything, so I was fine with it. Maybe it was early. I don't know. Anyway, so let's see if we come up, retest this, reject back down. We could still pivot back up, but I feel like we're too low now. So I do like short. I mean, if you wanted to throw fibs on there and look at this whole move, uh, let's look at this whole move, fibs. So right at 618, I guess. Breaking through, but let's see what we can do. See if we can make some new lower lows. Prefer to avoid picking up like two little wicks here and then picking up another wicks. Wicks, wick, wick. All right, so here's our retest. Wow. Okay. Crazy retest. We do have the 9 here. Let's see. Otherwise, we're going long. We're gonna see where it closes, but my word. Okay, so maybe just a deep retest. Let's see. Rejecting. Rejecting. Okay, that was a nice rejection there. We need to see that. Let's see where this candle closes. Ooh, okay. Okay. There's a reason why we had our stop loss above the 9. We're at least still in it. Even if we don't get knocked out, like that shows why we put our stop loss there. It did reject initially. Let's see if it continues to reject or if it's going to crawl back up there. Trying to crawl back up. All right, as you can see, I'm in short DAX. Entered in on with another lot when on this pullback. So let's see if we end up regretting that. I'm moving my stop loss to break even. I think we're gonna keep dropping, but I want to be in out of that one lot if it comes back up. But I guess what's the point? Let's just let's just risk it properly and see if we can win this trade. Because now it looks good. Like this looks like it's breaking down properly. Retest, came up, tested 9, came down. Let's see if we can continue to push now. Yeah. Stop loss is at break even. Like if we hit break, we get bro stopped out of this. Like I'm okay with that. Like I just at this point I don't want to lose money on the day. Again, a little bit of fear, I will admit, but I've seen these things swing back so fast. So I'd like to see this push down. Let's see if we can get out of here for $100. All right, out one contract. Now just waiting to see if we can get this one to go a little bit as well. Looks like it was right decision. We got price coming back. But again, we would expect it to come half of this candle. So we could hit here. We could even come up at 9, which is where it will knock out. But that's okay because we already made we made $44 off of it anyway. So that's why we got out when we did with half of it. And now we're gonna hopefully hold on and see this continue to push down. Dow is in a place where we could also see it bounce. So is mommy awake, guys?
I think it works. Yeah. And so, just not see that. I guess take down today.
A little bit. All right, well that ends it for the day, up 0.7% essentially. So that was a good data for us today. Always could do better, but honestly, 0.7% is a good day for us. So we'll take it. We've got our account back above break even here by $8, and we'll see what we can do tomorrow to bump it up a bit more. You guys have a great day.